Hi guys, it's Neo here from the Panther Products Team channel. Today we'll be looking at the game No Kuni. Now this is a pretty new release to the PlayStation and it's completely exclusive for the PlayStation platform. You won't be able to get it on the Xbox or PC. I'm going to show you quickly how the game is, what to expect when you buy it. It's an excellent game so far. I haven't completed it yet, but I'm ploughing my way through. There's a lot of cool stuff in this game that you can do. It's kind of a mix between like three games. It's like got a sort of Final Fantasy sort of approach to it, crossed with a bit of Pokemon, and I'd say Kingdom Hearts as the third game. So as you can see, the graphics on it are kind of cartoony, kind of sort of Pokemon-y style, if you would. And basically the idea of the game is you're going around trying to fix people's broken hearts and saving the fairy world as well as your own. The game itself entails like the two worlds are connected somehow, like, and each person has their own soulmate in the other world. So whatever happens to one happens to the other, and they look very similar and that sort of thing. So the idea of this game, it's got a world map, as you can see. So this is like what the world map looks like. It's kind of like Final Fantasy kind of thing. You can sort of see enemies, they walk around, so it's not completely random battles, but this is the battling system, and I really like this. So you've got your character here that you can either control, or you've got his familiars. Now basically these little chaps are kind of like Pokemon, except they don't have their own HP and MP, they use the HP and MP of your character. So in this case I'm going to be controlling Oliver. At the bottom right you can see his HP is like 152 and his MP is 82. So your little Pokemon type things work from that. Now each Pokemon, well, I keep referring to them as Pokemon, but each familiar, should I say, has its own star sign. So for instance this one's a sun, this one's a star, and there's like meteorite or planet and something else, and it's kind of like the how would I put it, the sort of elemental sort of things. But let's get into battle and I'll show you how it works. So it's quite similar to Final Fantasy 12, how you can run around and avoid being hit and everything. If you press like your D-pad controller, you can control like the sort of moves and things that you can learn. You can learn up to 8 moves per person. Defend defends you from most stuff, and then you can just go nuts and attack. The other two characters that you see in the running around there, the little woman and the other guy, are AI controlled. Now the AI on it isn't amazingly brilliant. They do a lot of stupid things, like they don't defend, so they take the full amount of damage. But in general they're not too bad. Like those little balls of health and MP drop off enemies occasionally when you hit them. So as you can see, each character has like a maximum of 3 familiars each. You can capture them by using the woman. So if, for example, I went into battle and absolutely creamed the familiars, so say for instance, let's go into this battle here, see if I can make one like us. So the way to capture familiars is like literally beat the crap out of them until they're about dead, and like occasionally, I think it's kind of random, but like it says like if the familiar thinks that you did really well or impressed the familiar, that it wants to join your party. So you have like a very limited time to charm it and like do a little sort of song and dance to impress it a bit further. If you don't, or if you hit it again, it'll get killed or it'll go away or whatever. So it's kind of like throwing a Pokeball at it, really. There's like a random chance that you'll get it or you won't. Obviously I didn't manage to impress any of them there. But as you can tell, all your sort of familiars level up. You get money and items and stuff. So it's really good. As you noticed, some of the little familiars that I've got have like a metamorphosis thing. That that you can sort of evolve your creatures. So if we go into our menu here, it's a pretty easy menu. You can pretty much follow it all the way through. There's not a lot to it. There's 9 options. Like most of them are help. So the Telling Stone, that's a help thing. The Wizard's Companion's another help guide. Journal gives you a list of all the like little jobs and missions that you pick up on errand boards. Cauldrons for mixing alchemy. Your locket is to do with taking pieces of heart from people and giving it to other people. Your creature cage, is where you can treat your pets. So it's kind of like a similar way to Pokemon, where you can, if you played the Emerald version and stuff, where you could enter competitions and things. Like this is where you sort of feed them snacks and it raises their like defense and stuff, and you can get them to like you more, which then again raises their stats a little bit. And then you've got your friends and familiars, so you can just see like you've got reserves. So like you've got I keep saying Pokemon. I really should not say Pokemon. You've got your familiars on the bench. So once you've captured them and you've got a spare slot in here, it automatically goes there. If you run out of reserve slots, so you only get 3 at the time being, I think, they go to your familiar retreat, which is basically a manhole where this crazy looking thing takes them away and stores them. It's kind of like Bill's PC, basically. You can store up to 400 of these little familiars. So there's quite a few to collect and raise up, and each familiar is very similar to Pokemon in the way that once it metamorphosizes or evolves, like here it's got Metamorphable here, so it can like increase their attack. They change like their appearance, and sometimes you can either choose to go one way or another way with their sort of evolution stage. It's kind of like either you could choose, say, to go to the black or the moon version of it, the fire version, water version, or whatever. These have got like some of these familiars have a similar sort of thing. So when you metamorphosize them, if you head on to the treats page, you can feed them like these little drops. Obviously you have to look at what symbol they are. So for instance, this Seraphim person's a sun, so they'd be using a sun drop. And what it does is once they've reached a certain level, they'll want to metamorphosize, which gets stronger. Now you can do it straight away, but I recommend you sort of level it up as much as it can before you do it. Like this Dragonite, conveniently are named after the Pokemon because I'm awesome. This one was able to be metamorphable at level 10, I think, or 12. Now I'm going to keep leveling him up and not metamorphosizing him until he reaches his max level, because when you metamorphosize them, they go back to level 1 and they get 10% of the stats that they had at their level that you metamorphosized them. So if I did it now, they'd get like 10% of whatever those stats were. So if you raise them to the maximum level they can get before you metamorphosize them, then you're going to get the best stats, because then they carry on increasing once you've leveled them up again. So it's really, really good. It's really, really interesting. It's a very simple sort of way of increasing your pet's sort of stats and things. Your Cauldron, you can either follow a formula for stuff, or you can mix and match and give yourself your own sort of things. See if you can make your own sort of potions. You can save pretty much anywhere. And then you've got like a bottomless bag, which I quite like, which stores near enough as much crap as you want. So, I mean, the idea of this game is to just like stockpile everything. Like my friend's completed it already, and he says like the best method of doing it is to like literally not sell a single thing, because you're guaranteed that you'll need it later on, or you'll have to farm it for hours on end. Story-wise, I haven't really got that far with the story, but from what I've seen so far, it's so addictive. Like, there's some good boss fights, there's some bits where it's challenging, there's just a lot of stuff to sort of do on this game. Like, will it get boring later on? I don't know, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And there's like lots of little like secrets that you can find. There's like missing pages of that Wizard's Companion that I talked about earlier. I'm gonna die here. So like if you die, it's really good because you can just take over another character or something. So this guy steals stuff. The other woman that's really useless, she sort of she can charm all the little familiars, so you can get them on your side. I think I'm going to end up getting pwned here because this guy is pretty useless and I'm not really giving him any good familiars yet because I haven't got any. So this is just an example of what happens when you die. So like in other games, you get reverted back to your old save point or whatever. This game is slightly different. Like you go back to wherever you last saved, yeah, but you don't actually lose anything. The only thing you lose is 10% of your money, which I think is pretty cool. Like, money you kind of need in this game, so it's a bit of a ball ache to lose your money. So as you see, I'm back at the fairy ground place again, but you don't lose any of your stats or any levels that you gained previously, so it all stacks still, which is pretty good. Now if I go back into this like thing here, you'll see that I'll be at the same level as I was earlier, and I'll have like full HP and MP. So it's a pretty good way to train as well. Like, dying sometimes is a lot cheaper than just using the items to keep yourself alive. So, is it kind of cheating? I don't know, but it's one way I found of leveling pretty easily, that you don't have to forfeit any of your items. Because once you've got like 0 like guilders, the currency in this game, it doesn't really matter because you're not going to lose anything else. Oh, here we go. Oh, damn it, I missed him. But you see those little love hearts on that little enemy there? If you swap to the lady, you can charm the little familiar to joining you. So at the moment, as far as I'm concerned with the game, is I'm pretty much leveling up as much as I can in the area that I'm at until I comfortably beat everything. I'm going to try and attempt to catch everything while I'm here, so I don't have to come back to it later. But yeah, it's just a fantastic game, and I really do recommend anyone who owns a PlayStation, who likes sort of roleplay games and things, to definitely check it out. I mean, this stuff appeals to like all sorts of gamers. Like, not only does it appeal to like your hardcore RPGer, it appeals to the younger sort of player, say they're like 8 to 15-year-olds who like kind of Pokemon games, but it's definitely worth a try, even if you don't like roleplay games, because there'll be something in here that you definitely will find interesting or like about it. I mean, everything's really simple. There's no complicated like menus, or there's nothing about this game that you need any sort of brains to figure out. Like, you probably need a good few minutes to figure out some of the puzzles in here, but it's not like too difficult. Like, and you can choose to either have it on normal or easy. And again, it makes the game a bit more fun. Like, if you're struggling with something, lower the difficulty, then plonk it back up when you've sort of done that area that you're stuck on. But for me, I like a challenge, so I've kept it on normal. And I've been like literally running around leveling up, as you can see. I got pwned quite a few times. So yeah, it's definitely worth a good check out. So if you like this video, we're probably coming to the end of the video in a minute because I'm running out of time. But if you like the video, please comment and subscribe to us. Give us a like because it really helps get our video noticed. Join our website. It's www.pantherproducts.co.uk. It's worth having a register on there. It's all free, so you can get like news about all our videos and anything extra that you find on our site that can be useful. We do guides, reviews, and all sorts of stuff. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.